a modern cautionary tale. In 2025, one of the world's most respected professional services firms, Deloitte Australia, found itself at the center of a growing debate about artificial intelligence, accountability, and trust. The controversy began when the firm produced a government report that appeared to include AI-generated false citations and fabricated legal references. What followed was not only an embarrassing correction and a partial refund of nearly 100,000 Australian dollars, but also a public reckoning over how emerging technologies are reshaping professional work. How it started. In December 2024, the Department of Employment and Workplace Relations, DWR, the federal agency responsible for welfare and labor policy, commissioned Deloitte to conduct an independent assurance review of its Targeted Compliance Framework, TCF. The TCF governs how welfare recipients are monitored and sanctioned when they fail to meet job, search or participation requirements. The review was meant to analyze the integrity of dues compliance processes, particularly the IT systems that underpin decision-making. The project was valued at around 440,000 Australian dollars, according to figures confirmed by The Guardian and the Financial Times. Deloitte delivered its 237-page report in July 2025, and DWR promptly published it on its website. Initially, the release attracted little attention, until an academic researcher started reading it closely. The first warning signs. Dr. Christopher Rudge, a legal academic at the University of Sydney who specializes in welfare law and automation, was among the first to notice something strange. While reviewing the document, he discovered citations that led nowhere, articles, books, and papers that simply did not exist. More alarmingly, one section quoted from a federal court judgment that could not be found in any official database. Rudge suspected the issue wasn't simple human error, but the product of AI hallucinations. Hallucinations occur when large language models, such as OpenAI's GPT-4 family, generate information that sounds plausible but is entirely fabricated. His findings were soon reported by The Guardian and the Financial Times, prompting scrutiny from journalists and members of Parliament. Deloitte's admission and response under growing public pressure. Deloitte and DWR reviewed the report. The firm admitted that a generative AI system had been used to support aspects of the drafting process. The system in question was Microsoft's Azure OpenAI GPT-4o, operating within DWR's secure digital environment. In September 2025, DWR replaced the original report on its website with a revised version. The corrected document removed fabricated citations, eliminated the non-existent legal quote, and added a new appendix explicitly acknowledging the use of generative AI. Deloitte insisted that the substance of the review and its recommendations remained intact, emphasizing that only footnotes and references were affected. Despite that reassurance, the admission triggered a wave of criticism. Public officials argued that the firm's internal quality controls had failed, while technology experts called the episode a textbook example of what happens when AI is deployed without rigorous verification. Financial consequences. Although no formal regulatory fine was issued, Deloitte agreed to repay roughly 97,000 Australian dollars, the value of the final instalment under its 440,000 Australian dollar contract. As reported by CFO Dive and the Australian Financial Review, this amounted to more than 20% of the total fee. The repayment was presented as a gesture of accountability rather than a penalty. Still, the reputational cost was considerable. Within days, headlines around the world framed the event as a wake-up call for the consulting industry. For a firm whose brand is built on analytical precision and trust, being linked to AI hallucinations was no small blow. Why it matters. This was not merely an embarrassing moment for Deloitte, it was an inflection point for professional services globally. The incident exposed several fundamental challenges that accompany the adoption of AI in high-trust domains. Transparency. The first version of the report did not disclose AI involvement. Without clear disclosure, clients and the public cannot judge the reliability of the methods used. Verification: AI systems can synthesize text rapidly but often invent supporting sources. Human reviewers must independently confirm every citation and quote. Governance: organizations need internal policies governing how AI is used in client deliverables, who verifies results, and how risks are documented. Procurement safeguards: governments and corporations commissioning AI-assisted work should require clauses on quality control, AI disclosure, and remedial action if errors occur. Australian politicians have since suggested revising procurement frameworks to include explicit rules for AI-generated content, emphasizing the importance of human review in public reports. Lessons for the accounting and consulting profession: for accountants, auditors, and consultants, the Deloitte episode carries special weight. Professionals in these fields operate under codes of ethics that stress integrity, objectivity, and professional competence. AI can accelerate analytical work, but it cannot assume ethical responsibility. The case also underscores the importance of human-in-the-loop systems, arrangements in which AI outputs are always subject to human oversight. The most effective firms use AI as a research assistant, not as a co-author. Every claim, number, or source cited by AI must be validated by a professional who signs off on accuracy. Another takeaway is that speed cannot replace scrutiny. Generative models are built to predict the next plausible word, not to verify truth. Their fluency can lull even experienced professionals into trusting elegant but false text. Broader significance: what makes this story compelling is its symbolism. A leading global firm, celebrated for its analytical rigor, tripped over the very technology it hoped to harness for innovation. The irony resonated widely. Industry analysts and ethics scholars have since pointed to Deloitte's misstep as a preview of challenges that all knowledge-based organizations will face as AI tools become ubiquitous. Even Deloitte's competitors privately acknowledged that similar risks exist within their own workflows. Many consulting and legal firms have since tightened internal AI usage guidelines, requiring explicit review and disclosure. For governments, the case validated emerging concerns about black box technology in public policy. When decisions about welfare, health, or taxation rely on reports with unverifiable references, citizens lose trust in institutions. The enduring message: artificial intelligence is not inherently dangerous or unreliable. It is a powerful amplifier, one that magnifies both strengths and weaknesses in human systems. When guided by disciplined professionals, AI can streamline research, improve efficiency, and reveal insights that might otherwise remain hidden. But when used casually or opaquely, it can distort reality with authority-sounding nonsense. The Deloitte Australia report illustrates this paradox vividly. A technology designed to enhance productivity instead generated fictional references, forcing one of the world's largest consulting firms to issue corrections, repay part of its fee, and confront a public relations storm. The lesson is timeless: AI should inform, not replace, human expertise. Firms that remember this will benefit from the technology's strengths without falling victim to its illusions. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one.